Hello guys, today we have a different video for you. Yesterday was the date limit for the big funds SuperInvestors to deliver their 13F form, and 13F forms are a really good way to find new opportunities, new ideas from SuperInvestors. There are nothing bad to mimic what other investors do or buy. It's a For me it's a great way. I always love to see what super investors are buying, and I will see that live with you guys today. So first, if you didn't already know, I can label myself as a value investor, but I do believe that we can find value on growth investing, um, on dividend investing. I do believe value is an opportunity where we can find on different kinds of companies out there. So I do believe some investors. I will explain why as I will watch their activity along the first quarter of this year. So first, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. So in this last quarter, they made some changes. They sold a lot of banks. They sold restoration hardware. They sold the rest of TSM semiconductor. They sold US One Corp. They bought more HPQ, more Occidental Petroleum. They bought a little bit of Apple and Bank of America. They sold a lot of Chevron as well. So not much have changed on the Berkshire portfolio. They continue to add shares at their Apple stock. They bought a little bit of Bank of America, but they started a position on COF, Capital One Financial. I believe that's on the news today. That's their new bet. Nothing new, but that is a continuation of what Warren Buffett said on Berkshire Hathaway meeting. They are not liking banks anymore. They just like Bank of America, and I do believe coffee is a new bet. I don't know, maybe it's worth taking a chance, but I do not like banks. So I do like Bank of America, but I'm not interested in buying banks. So another investor I really do like is Michael Burry. Michael Burry is a value investor. He's famous for the short selling, but he do like to buy things that are really cheap. And the top two positions is JD and Baba. They are buying Chinese e-commerce platforms. I do believe they are bullish. He did not buy now, but he did bought more during this last quarter. Nothing new. I do really think Baba and JD are really undervalued, I believe. Another new additions is SIG. What is SIG? I do not know what it is. Let me look into it. It's a consumer cyclical. Maybe it's a good company. A good forward PE, a dividend with a low payout. That's good. Low debt. They are growing. Good return on equity and on investment. That's good metric for a company. Might be an opportunity to look into it. Burry is a really smart guy. I do really like to see what he's buying. So if this is a new bet for him, I do believe that's maybe some value here. I might in the future looking into it and do my process and find out if it is a good opportunity or not for me. But I do buy Koff as well as Warren Buffett. Maybe let's looking into the next. Bill Ackman. Nothing new. Is really trim some positions and he do really start a position on Google. I have talked already on the channel about Google. It's one of my favorite companies. It's my second biggest position in my portfolio. It's the stock price of Google is climbing a lot in the last few weeks. It's a really good company. I hope we have an opportunity in the future to buy Google. But it's a good bet for him. Google stock is looking really good at the moment. But another super investor I do really like is David Tepper. He do have a portfolio of 28 positions. I do not like diversification. For me, I do want to own a portfolio around 20 companies, 10 minimum, 30 maximum. At the moment, I have a portfolio with around 20 companies. I have good new ideas where I'm doing my due diligence and still trying to find if it is a good opportunity or not. But I do really like a portfolio around 20 companies. David Tepper did not make a lot of changes. He just had a little bit of Google and Amazon. He added a lot of Uber. It's their third largest position at the moment. He started a position in FedEx, Nvidia, Tesla, RKK. Ooh, it's making moves. I don't know what was in his mind, but he's trying to buy growth stocks, and maybe it turns bullish in the future. That might be a good opportunity in the future. I do really trust David Tepper. He's one of the smartest guys out there, and it's good to see that he's a little bit bullish. That's good. Next one, Seth Klarman. It's one of the most known investors out there. He's known for their value approach. I do not see a lot of moves out there. He did bought Skyworks. It's a small position, but nevertheless, he did bought more Google. That's good. I do really approve that. He sold their position in Meta, Micron as well, the rest of Amazon. He did trim Warner Bros. Discovery. He was one of the biggest investors investing in the spin-off of AT&T, which came as a WBD, Warner Bros. Discovery. I do like their streaming service. They have a lot of that, but I did own in the past, but I did sell, took some profits. But if the stocks continues to come down, maybe I will buy in the future. I don't know, but I do really like this stock as well. Another super investor I do really like is Terry Smith. Terry Smith has a portfolio of 40 stock, but is known for it. He do really like to buy quality stock, companies with a large moat, oligopolies. It's a quality investor, if you can say that. He didn't move a lot. He increased his position in Procter & Gamble and in Apple. He just bought Apple last quarter, I believe, because he was not Apple shareholder in the past, but the rest he did maintain. Chris is one of the best investors out there. I do really like him. He has a concentrated portfolio, which I do really like. And their stocks are, what we can say, it's bulletproof. There is wide mode companies with a lot of competitive advantage, oligopolies. If you can see Microsoft, Visa, Canadian National Railway, Canadian Pacific, SPGI, MCO, General Electric, Google, and Thermo Fisher. He did increase their Thermo Fisher position, but it's still a small position, only 1.6% of his portfolio. He reduced his position in Microsoft and he sold 75% of their Google position. Maybe I do understand why he did that. Big tech is the stock of big tech companies are increasing a lot this year. Google is up a lot, more than 30%. Microsoft as well. So he might took some profits. He maybe thinks big tech is overvalued now, and he raised some cash to buy and look into other opportunities like General Electric. I don't follow this company. I don't know if it is a good company, but Chris usually knows what he do. So maybe it's a good idea to look into it. Another investor I do really like is Lilu. Lilu is a protege of Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger invests in Himalaya Capital Management. He increased his position on Bank of America and trimmed his position on Micro. He did bought a regional bank, I believe, but for the rest it's still the same. It's a really concentrated portfolio. Another investor I do really like is just Terrazov. It's a really good investor in my opinion. He did start a position on Microsoft. He did bought a lot, and Markel and some other companies. He's really bullish on Brookfield Corp. It's an asset management company. I've tried to look into it, but it's outside my knowledge. I do not understand the company. I do prefer to invest time and looking into companies, doing my due diligence in companies I can understand. For example, Google. So that's my take. That's the key takeaways. I might, if I have time in the future, I might look into SIG, which is a new buy for Michael Burry. It looks like a company with really good metrics, and in the past I've looked into Michael Burry ideas, and he do really have good ideas. He's a really good investor, but it's more like, it's not a long-term investor, it's more like a trader, a short selling, but sometimes he came with good ideas, and I hope he's right, because I'm a shareholder of Baba and JD, and let's see who's buying Baba. It's always what I look. Baba is my biggest position, and I do really believe that Baba is one of the best opportunities out there. So Manuel Loeb, which has a really big portfolio, started a position on Baba. David Tepper maintained this position. Prem Watsa as well, Guy Spire as well. Charlie Munger didn't bought more, but Michael Burry is bullish on Baba. This might be a good sign, I don't know, but that's a video for today, guys. I encourage you to look into the 13F files. I use the Dataroma site if you do want to take an eye. So I was watching this for the first time. Maybe there are some good ideas out there. I do not. I was not expecting to see some investors buying, because I do believe most of the good investors are bearish at the moment, but they are stock picking, trying to find good opportunities, as am I, and I do believe there are good opportunities out there. And even if the market goes down, I do believe we can still make money. So I hope you find. I hope you liked the video. It's a different video. It's not a stock analysis, and I'll see you on Thursday with Baba analysis and a look into their earnings report. So stay tuned, guys. Bye.